ביאור משנה ד', fourth משנה. משנתנו דנה במאכל בהמה שלא היה מוכן בשביל הבהמה מערב שבת. What about food for an animal that was not prepared from before Shabbat? In other words, you prepared it, you made it into food on Shabbat itself. מחתכים את הדלויים, you can take the squash and cut them, שנתלשו מערב שבת, as long as they're uprooted from before Shabbat, לפני הבהמה, in front of the animal, בשבת, on Shabbat, אף על פי שסתם דלויים אינם עומדים למאכל בהמה למאכל אדם. Even though squashes are usually not, you don't feed them to the animal, you eat them to yourself. The food for yourself, you're still allowed to give it to the animal. ואת הנבלה שנתנבלה בשבת, let's say you had a cow that died on Shabbat. Ooh, that's interesting. The cow died on Shabbat. So it's a waste of meat. You're not allowed to eat it. But it wasn't, even though it died on Shabbat, you're allowed to butcher it for your dogs to eat. מחתכים אותה לפני הכלבים. You're allowed to butcher it in front of the dogs. ואף על פי שבערב שבת בין השמשות הייתה עומדת לאדם, and even though on Friday night it was not animal food, it was human food. It was human food, it's muktzeh. You can say it was out of your mind. If I would ask you would give to the animals, it's crazy. I would never do that. ולא הייתה מוכנה לבהמה, it was not prepared for domestic animals. מכל מקום מותר להתנה לפני הכלבים, nevertheless you're allowed to give it in front of the dogs. בשבת, on שבת, שלדעת תנא קמא אין לאסור את הנבלה משום מוקצה. Because according to the תנא קמא, the animal carcass is not muktzeh. I would think it was muktzeh. Since it was not prepared as food from Erev Shabbat, it is muktzeh. It wasn't in your mind for food. Not for you and not for the animal. Yeah? Rabbi Yehuda says, אם לא הייתה נבלה מערב שבת, אסורה. It says, no. If it didn't die from before Shabbat, it says it had to have died before Shabbat in order to feed it to the animals. Because otherwise, it was out of your mind to give it to you. It wasn't part of the deal in your mind that you can use it as food for the animal. Neither for you. Yeah? You were not planning on shechting it. It died on its own. So therefore, אסורה להינתן לפני הכלבים בשבת. It says if it did not die Friday night, you're not allowed to get in front of your dogs on Shabbat. לפי שאינה מן המוכן, because it wasn't prepared already. שלא הוכנה בערב שבת למאכל בהמה, והרי הוא מוקצה. That it wasn't prepared from ערב שבת and it is מוקצה. ואין הלכה כרבי יהודה. And the law is not like Rabbi Yehuda.